hello, and welcome to another inciting installment of A Little Dangerous Benign, with me, your host and co-pilot, Jack Lyttle, 07. Well, a quiet start to the stream tonight, which you like, and it's going to be a chillax sort of thing. I suspect everyone's still over at Frontier Developments on the old YouTubes, possibly. I'm Curtains, welcome to the stream. Thank you very much for those salutes. Always welcome. Always like a salute. Right. Well, we made some money, didn't we? Oh, and the coffee has hoven, which is a word, hoven into my purview. Lovely. I shall look forward to drinking that off camera in a moment. Hello.
Hello.
Boyf is in camera tonight, whilst working on some stuff. Right. Let's have a look now. Complete. It's $500,000, just for turning up. Really, $500,000. M Curtains salutes. Get a salute back there. Now, what are we doing? We are thinking about our weapons. Hang on. Because what we've got at the moment is lovely. I'm not denying it's not lovely. Millstone Barn, welcome to the stream. Sorry it's not very cube-shaped, but I'm sure, beyond that you'll enjoy it. So frame shifts, might go and check out the Elvira. How far away are we here? I cannot tell. There we go. That's quite the journey. Ooh, couple of neutron jumps by the look of it. I think we're only 8 away from Dekiat, so it might be prudent to do Dekiat instead. Ooh, look at me making decisions. Millstone Barn, in case anybody missed the news, was the first person to upload a thing to the Planet Coaster community uploady shapey thing. I think that's the exact name.
What's the Latin?
Agnostum im mensana carpe diem
Bluffing, aren't you?
nix desperandum. I think that's ad astra. Yes, there you go. That's proper Latin. You can check that later on translate.google.com. Yes. Right. So what are we? Right. So that's 8 jumps, as I suspected. M Curtains. Yes, I'm pretty fluent in Latin. Much easier to be fluent if no one else speaks it. Little secret there. Ooh. Right. Oh, hello.
Landing coupler disengaged. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
That's never happened before. Oh. Thank you very much. Ah. Ooh. That's what happens when you launch and you've double padded in a clip through with an NPC. I've probably missed that on the clip, but I'll give it a try. I've got a clip button, you know. Yeah. All modcons, all modcons. Yeah, I don't think we'll be needing the shield for the time being.
You have cleared the no-fire zone. Until next time, Commander.
Frameshift drive charging.
Adios, flight control. When I did Latin at school, writes M. Curtains, they never did anything about pronunciation. I've recently been watching a YouTuber who's all about teaching saying it all accurately. Yes, it's quite a quite a science to it all, I think, because they found, as I understand it, they found lots of sort of instructional stuff in Latin on how to pronounce Latin, because obviously Latin was their lingua franca. There's obviously lots of different, especially within invading people as well, and occupying people. Salve! Obviously all these nations being invaded were largely required to speak it, at least in their own transactions with the Romans. So, yeah. So I think we're quite spoiled for how to pronounce it in different reference languages. So you can have a pretty good stab at how it was pronounced back in the day as a result. Yeah. So it says the winter evenings must fly by. They do, they do. Yes. Let's get our scooping underway. So I didn't catch any of the frontier streams. How did that go over? Was it well liked? This is, I believe, the Fargoid incursion zones, etc. Caught a little bit of Ognogus playing in them earlier. I think I did. I think that was me catching that. I love the smell of burning dash. Especially when it's smoking. Yeah. Oh, I love the smell of smoking dash. Lots of chat. Ooh, got a few of them. Looks like a reasonable addition once it all works. Jolly good. So was it I might detect from that it's a little buggy, or just that's where we are along the grand scheme of things, vis-a-vis the beta. Yeah. I need to reinvestigate the bug that I've been having, because according to the Frontier forums, it might not be a bug at all. But my inability to get me hard points out suggests that there's something about, somebody was suggesting it was I had to switch cocktail. Had to switch cocktail modes, which I'm pretty sure I have been doing, but looking looking back at the video, I may be mistaken. So is it beta or beta? Which is correct. We're having a bit of a pronunciation day today, aren't we? So, no worse things, no worse things. Beta is correct. Yes, depends if you're American or not. Oh, I see. Sorry, I thought M. Curtains was sassing Millstone there with his not, but his not reflected his previous step.
Frameshift drive charging.
Throwing a bit of shade. Now, I'm not sure what work we'll have at the other end. I think we're going to have to do some mat hunting. So Bart knows things, including how to pronounce. Yes. One of the trickiest bits of pronunciation is emphasis, I think. So often overlooked. Millstone writes all American pronunciation spelling is incorrect. Simple. Shocking. Well, of course, a lot of it's Old English, isn't it? It's like so many expats before them. As soon as the Brits got to America, they're right. We've got to nail down our cultural identity now. Need to freeze it. Must never change. So yeah, a lot of the spellings are actually Old English, and we've sort of back at the motherland, we've moved on. America, America's moved on as well, really, but in a different direction. That's fun. I'm just going to stop up here. Dribble fuel into me scoop, because we ought to check our recipe, haven't we? America moved on in the wrong direction. Oh, Millstone. Oh, Asian provocateur, sir. Ha. Right, view on galaxy map, view pin. Oh, I haven't got any pinned. Well, that's torn it. The only pin I've got is on the multi-cannons. I see. Oh, okay. Well, in that case, we'd best press on.
Frameshift drive charging.
I've got some messages here which I need to ignore. Reputation change. Boring. I'm not going to do this, am I? Yep. Oh. Job offer. Noisy salvage by the look of it. First kind of salvage. So yes, hopefully we're going to get this a little more maneuverable at the end of this. I'd quite like me power. Oop, hello. We're back to that again. Right. Quite like to get me power. This is a problem sorted out as well. I mean, it's sorted out a little bit now, but not as much as I'd like it to be. only 93%. I'm sure we're fine. Solar flares, mass ejections. Oh, now, I understand. Speaking of space news, how'd you do in the last CG? I'm proud to say, M. Kearns, I got into the top 100% of contributors, netting me a cool $500,000. Oh, yes. Space Ghost. Yeah, so, well worth turning up for, I think. Grats, M. Kearns, right? So I got nothing after having run out of air just before docking. Yes, it's always better. If you're going to run out of air, to do it just after docking. That's my advice. Yeah. Much easier on the old bank balance. Ooh, speaking of bank balance, I should probably spring for a paint job for this, shouldn't I? To get onto that. Not on stream, though, you know. Not the purchasing, that is. Just typing in the old credit card number there. Probably not ideal security. That'd be like, I don't know, tweeting a picture of yourself in your kitchen with the French windows in the background and the key visibly in the door. Well, it's not sure which Eagle paint job would be best for LMPD. Yeah. As part of me thinks, we should maybe stick to the white and the blue, but this is supposed to be a sort of special forces kind of thing at the same time. So perhaps something a little swattier might be appropriate. I think we might have to have a... Ooh, hello. There's no escape. Who are you? I think I'd better escape because I've not got my shield up. Oh, I should probably aim for the escape vector rather than my navigational, waypoint. There we go. Oops. Took me by surprise, you see. Maybe Black Friday then. Indeed. Yeah, we should probably get our ducks in a row ahead of that.
Frameshift drive charging.
Which is tomorrow, isn't it? Black Friday. Oh, boyfriend concurs. Oh, yes. I'll just go over here and drink it. Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, that's good coffee. Mighty faster scoop, really. Yeah, three jumps away. Sorted. How's the music, by the way? I can't hear it at all. Sheen Bellow, welcome to the street. Do help yourself to a Capri Sun. We're currently on our way back to Techias. Forgot to pin our recipe book to the dash. Music's very quiet, isn't it? This is the problem with pretzel, you see. Oh, no, there you are. volumes all over the place. That's better. Rah. Also, that's quite a quiet chat. Spooky a lot. Welcome to the stream. Ah, grand to have you with us.
Frameshift drive charging.
We're heading back to Fazia. A little more kick put into the old FSD. So I think we're going to have to use some material finding and broken. Capri Sun, so exotic. We was not allowed these when growing up. I used to enjoy them. I used to pretend I was going to space. So yeah, they reminded me of astronaut food. I had one the other day, a real one, and a straw that had this sort of sports teat thing instead, which was a little disappointing.
Temperature critical.
Oh yeah, right. Quite like this. Do you like a string section? Or as much as a brass section? Enough about my shopping habits. So when this line here, twixt fuel start and decky up goes solid, we can bolt it pretty much. Oh, I'm quite pleased, you know, with me galaxy map bindings. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. Now we knock the shield off because it means that they overheat slightly more slowly. It gives us a little bit of breathing space.
Temperature critical.
There we are. Bump the rest of the way and just buy the fuel at the other end. So, it's peanuts, isn't it?
Frameshift drive charging.
I mean, not literally. It's not literally peanuts. It'd be very weird scooping peanuts out of the heart of the sun. I mean, it wouldn't really make much sense. I forgot to replace my microphone. So, spooky a lot, Sheen. What have you both been up to? You know what Millstone's been up to? He's been crafting cubes and releasing them into the wild. M. Curtin so far keeping his cards very much to the chest. Sorry, it was AFK for a minute. What did I miss? We're still doing the outreach catch up. That whole business. Speaking of, Star bars have peanuts in them, or is that just marathons? Slice after slice after slice. I get star bars confused with wham bars, which definitely don't have peanuts in.
Frameshift drive charging.
Possibly star bars. Very loose idea of a star bar. Not sure I've even ever had one. You know. Shocking, isn't it? Machine below, I have been drawing diagrams of the future for work. Then had my dodgy eye checked out by the eye doctor man. Oh yes. How's that all coming along? Is it behaving itself? Is it doing what it's supposed to be doing? Missed it. Ah, there you are. If you could draw a diagram of the future of the National Lottery, that would be appreciated. You don't have to share it in the Discord. You know, you could just DM it. Just DM it to me. It'd be lovely. It's taken longer to get to Fazia than it did to get to the system we started out in. Hang on, let me start that again. It's taken us more time to get from the CG system to Fazia than it did to get from Fazia to the CG. Oh no, hang on, I remember now. I had a head start. No, that makes sense. For a minute I thought possibly Fazia was uphill. Eyes need another minor last treatment in January, then that should be done. But it does feel a bit like Brazil. And my little complication. I believe it's a line. I can't do the voice, obviously. Picture me in these. Yes. Terriga lives Brazil, of course. Brought in under budget and on time. Yes, obviously quick, speedy, on track, no surprise recovery for you, Jean. Now, what ho, Sparky? Welcome to the stream. Knock yourself out. Not literally, obviously. Things are looking up. Very good, very good. What was I going to say? Oh, no, they couldn't get Brazil funded. For a while. And they couldn't quite work out why they couldn't get it funded. And they sort of got some producer or other to one side and said, what's going on here? Because, you know, this film is going to be amazing. It's going to look amazing. Everyone seems to be really excited by it, but then they just pass on it. And the guy said, well, you're not asking for enough money. So they, if memory serves, what they did is they added $1 million to the budget. Possibly. In my mind, they added $1 million to the budget and gave it all to Robert De Niro, but I'm not sure that's true. I might have just fabricated that. And yes, got snapped up. I'm looking forward to, they're doing a grand scale live reenactment of Brazil. I think in March next year. So I'm looking forward to seeing that play out. Righty. Now, while we slowly approach the planet,
Flight engaged.
maybe ease off on the speed a little. Pop your shield back on. Crazy. One of the possible adverse outcomes of the final treatment on my eye is the first problem I had, so there's a chance I do full circle. That's makes work for them, I suppose. Now, if you come in quite a distance from your target, be aware that you can lengthen your glide. The thing that triggers the end of the glide is altitude. So if you stay up in the air, basically if you're at the top half of the blue, you'll just keep going, more or less. I suppose it relates to the horizons. So with those little arrows there, currently saying -11, those are above the horizon. Oops. Then you orbit it. How's about that for precision, eh? And yeah, if the arrows are below the horizon, then you're going to be descending.
Maya, Sierra, Tango, Echo, commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
There we go.
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 06.
Should be over here somewhere. Zipping about like a young gazelle. I'm just going to be quoting Brazil for the rest of the stream, so thanks for that, Jimbalo. Engineers again, I'm afraid, so Maxennies.
Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
Got to get this Eagle ship shape. Oh, thank you very much for
Look
that.
what I found in the cupboard.
Some bits. Very, very kind of you. I'm going to give you a little salute with a Capri Sun. There. You dear heart. Yes, we need to get our Eagle a little fruitier. Hello, where are we? Oh, we've not done anything to this. Oh, that's right, we just did, I think. I think we just did thrusters last time, didn't we? Too bothered about that. Not that we can get it anyway. Yeah, let's do that one. So how are you, Maxen Eason? Strawberry smell. Too nice, thank you. And Curtains, my daughter has an amazing smelling strawberry shower product. Smells so natural somehow. It's odd, isn't it, when they really nail it? It's like everything has two smells. If that makes sense. Mac for sure. I can roll with Mac. Yeah. That's good to hear. Mechanical components. Hello. No experimental effects on these. Long-range scans very useful for police work. You understand? Power plant. Ooh, hello. Overcharged. So these modular two increases thermal load to provide increased power here. Yes, please. What's this?
Shields online.
Let's keep the thing running. Right. Did you get any juice boxes in tonight, Jack? Thirsty weren't watching all this info. Just the Capri Sun, really. Which is over there on the trestle table. More than welcome to help yourself. Ooh, hang on. We're not done yet, are we? Let's pin this. Hook it all. So, what we need, and what I should have got ready beforehand, is the address of a nearby broker. So, if you'll bear with me, Mo, just do a little bit of behind the scenesing. There's your broker. Oh, hang on. Oh. I like typing. That's not it. There we are. Oh, I'm going to type it in again. Ooh. What are you doing? What a confusing interface. Nearest technology broker. Serial trading, that's what we want. Manufactured. Karka. Says here. Karka, right. Ooh, we have done the FSD. Yes, the Guardian FSD booster, which is, I think, currently installed on the ASP. Gibbs Bane. Yeah. Ooh. Nope, that's not how you spell that. Lots of fun getting the FSD booster. I didn't get it early on, you see, so I sort of picked it up when they, as it were, reduced the price. Fewer
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
fewer bits and pieces required. As with that, of course, the issue was,
Drive charging.
in the end, more to do with the materials that
Disengaging
the
automated
Guardian
flight
blueprints and
control
whatnot.
routine. Safe travels, Commander.
Thank you, robot voice. Yeah, the Guardian boost is a lovely little thing. Do I get it rigged up?
Fuel scope disengaged.
Have we got any details on new,
Frameshift drive
don't think we
charging.
have had any sort of new secret weapony things yet, have we, in the beta? I'm trying to think. I mean, we've had all the new exploration-y things, of course, but nothing in the ongoing technical arms race with the Guardians. NSR2, welcome to the stream. 07 Sun. Have a Capri Sun. We're just souping up our evil tonight.
Fuel scope disengaged.
Lovely bit of throttle control there, if I do say so myself. And I do from time to time, you know. If one doesn't blow one's own trumpet, then etc., etc. I know you do. I know you do. I do like these volcanic planets. How they'll ultimately translate if they ever become landable. Well, but if it's like, nope, your ship just says, nope, not landing on one of those. Look at it. Looks like hell. Not landing on hell. It's bad enough we keep going to combat zones. Start landing on ethereal planes of damnation.
Gudemaier, Sierra Tango Echo, you must submit a docking request before landing at this port.
I know, flirty Irishman.
Access authorized. Please head directly for Bay 27.
27. My favorite number. Nice and slow.
Scan detected.
So what we'd like, when all is said and done, is the stuff we need for that last
Landing gear deployed.
thruster modification. With
Ship is
experimental
on the ground.
effects.
Commence power down. You may want to be wary around these parts, Commander. This whole system is on the brink of rebellion.
Exciting. Right, contacts. I think. Hello, hello. Ooh, tells me what I'm doing. Okay, anything. Remote workshop. That's the bunny. So mechanical components. Oh, that's annoying. Hang on then. Oh. Let's do that first. Right, and then hang about then. Right, so I do that. I'm confused. 36 for 1. Oh no, that does make sense. I'm just being a little slow of brain. Not like me, I know. Okie doke. And let's see if we can get the info on the DAD drives, because we want to have the DAD drives, don't we? Yeah. Oh dear. Excuse me. Coughing off mic like a pro there. What are we looking at? Engineering. Felicity Fazia. Thrusters. Dirty. Experimental effects. DAD drives. There we are. Ooh, okay. Let's have a look now. This is all fascinating, by the way. I do apologise. I mean, that's a good way of getting the browser up. So it's 5 iron. Good clubber 5 iron. Hybrid capacitors 3. And 1 security firmware patch. And we have in our inventory no hybrid capacitors. One iron. And data. There we go. Oh. That's clever. I'm not going mad. How queer. Okay, right, well. We may be able to do at least one of these. Need 3. Got 3. There we go. If we happen to have the right sort of planet, that'd be useful. No. Oh, hang on. Iron, there we go. Let's give that a whirl. Susako Bunny, welcome to the stream. Susako Bunny looked after the gimp at Twitch London. Oh. Welcome. We are on a material hunt. Yes. We are living in a material world. Good a shout out for Susan.
Detachment complete. Exit the station.
MC's already on that. I've gone off half-cocked here, I think. Yep. Yeah, so I was just going to go and hunt out some iron, but I realised that it's going to be looking tricky without an SRV. So let's seize it up, shall we?
Your approach is good. Maintain current course.
Oh, he likes my approach.
Request approved. Please head directly for Bay 42.
You said that in the wrong order, Fuzzy Irishman. But I forgive you. I forgive you.
Landing gear deployed. Landing gear retracted.
Ah. It's good, wasn't sure about it until I met Jack.
Confirmed contact. Ground crew dispatched. You may want to be wary around these parts, Commander. This whole system is on the brink of rebellion.
Yeah, I do think it's a dish best attacked in a group. It's very much a sharing platter, Twitch London, I think. This is where I find I can't put a vehicle bay in here for reasons. do love the community ads. They fit very well, I think, with the game. Oh no, look, we've got a cargo rack. That'll do. Oh no, there we go. Hopefully logistics work next time. Yes, yes. Yay. You are in the neighbourhood, practically. Astronomically speaking. Well, astronomically speaking, we all are, aren't we? But, yes. Yeah, they can't take a whole year to fix the train tracks, can they? Oh, that was a pain in the, yeah. In the egg. Millstone. Absolutely, yeah. There's nothing more spirit crushing as well than trying to get somewhere that you've been looking forward to for ages.
Ship uncoupled. Moderate speed on exit.
Public transport just will not let you. Curtains, I aim to go to LaveCon 2019 though. I probably will be along to that, I think. Orange Spark is suggesting he's keen. Since I'm in the neighbourhood, mind if I pop round for a cup of sugar? Spark, you're always welcome at my door. In fact, if you catch me in a good mood, I may even invite you in.
Landing gear retracted.
Clear of station perimeter. Have a safe journey.
Frame shift drive
Off we go to Carker 1. Should have said, yeah, see, Sparky. Forming quite the double act. Halfway through already. Must have been having fun. So how, I'm afraid I've not, I've not been able to tune in for very long, since switched on to your, streams, Rosako, but are you, how are you getting along with Subnautica? Switchcon Europe should be interesting. Yes. I've, shan't be long to that, really, I'm afraid. Slightly uneasy about committing to it this side of the in March, you know. Subnautica is spoopy. Is spoopy something that's so scary that it makes poop happen? Well, I'm just trying to, you know, paint a picture. It's quite an interesting thing. Oh, I think I can tell you about the fish now. I've got this idea because you're a what do you call it? Silent protagonist. Evil Grins, welcome to the stream. We're just discussing Subnautica. You're a silent protagonist in Subnautica, so it's quite tricky to can be quite tricky to sort of attach any character, which I think, you know, some game developers actually enjoy, because that means that the player can essentially fill in the blanks themselves. But I've got this theory that when the scanner names a particular fish, it's actually the player character that's naming them. Those screams. Oh. That's true. That is true. But yeah, I feel like we get some sort of glimpse of the character through the names that he chooses, or she chooses, for the various fish. I like to think that they're naming them after people who the fish remind them of. Oh gotcha. I went into No Man's Sky thinking, ooh, won't it be fun naming all of this stuff? And then after the first sort of 10, 15 worlds, you're just like going, no, I'll just use I'll just upload these. I'll just upload these. I think the critters have to sort of shout out to be, hang on, what are we doing? What's going on? There we go. You rotter. Fart cow, underwater island, eyeball, fishy boom boom. Fishy boom boom? I don't remember meeting fishy boom boom. Oh no, I know what you mean now, sorry. I thought you meant just a fish with an attractive bottom. Ah, good God, what is that? Yeah. The akak octopus, I think we had the other night. Killed me horribly by destroying the sea moth while I was inside checking something out. Teleporter bee sounds, yes. Reapers. Do they have a name? In my head they're called Reapers. I can't remember if they're called Reapers in the game or I've just called them that. Because their arms are a little bit like scythes. That was the logic of it. They're a bit hooded. But they might actually be called that in the game. I'd quite like them to do a sort of open-ended survival with procedurally generated maps. Yeah, I quite enjoy that. Maybe Subnautica 2, you know. See, excuse me, Star, can I just slip into your gravity well and slow down? Most kind, most kind. Nope, too fast again. This is nice though, because we're approaching from the sun. We can actually land on the light side. Not sure what's up with the system, Matt. Look at this. Look at this. Probably fine now. No, it's not. Look at that. It's a big white ball. Does not look a bit like that, does it? How peculiar. Well-used cue ball. Indeed, indeed. I think the text map's gone adrift slightly. Now, I'm no scientist. As we're after iron, I feel like we should aim for an orangey bit. Not a smashing orangey bit, which, as we know, is made of apricot pulp and tangerine oil. It's an integral part of the the Jaffa Cake.
Orbital flight engaged.
The orange bit is bumpy. We can handle bumpy though, can't we? Yeah. Oh, now, do shout out in stream if I start dropping frames. Because that's happened in beta when we've done planetary stuff. Really are getting that rebellion going, aren't they? Oh, Suzaku Bunny, thank you very much for that subscription. Bless your heart. Yes, do salute away. Your newfound saluty power. Harmony X. Still think the Eagle has the best cockpit. It's a very pointy cockpit, isn't it? I personally just favour the DBX, I think, which I absolutely adore, especially in virtual reality. This is doing exploration VR in the DBX.
Landing gear deployed.
27 6G, yeah. Starts to explain the scale. Well, that was a jammy landing, wasn't it? People better at selling it than me would call it minimalist. Do you like a bit of minimalism? In me decor. There we go. I like looking up. Woof. Okay. And speaking of looking up, bye-bye. Bye-bye. See you in a bit. See you in a bit, love. Yeah. Those blue engine detailing. Very comely, aren't they? Very comely indeed. Ooh, hang on. Oh, just, yeah. Right, so. Let's go hunting iron. Not the vertical spikes, Jack. I've done this before. Use the, I think it's the Z axis to steer. That way, when I get airborne, I can use me, very good. Should probably,
Cargo scoop deployed.
probably get that open. Run away! Run away! Run away! Nom nom nom. Come over all silly. So far. Margarine. Nickel. One more. Where are you? Behind me, apparently. More sulfur. And we can continue. Ouch. Rolled it. Never mind. It's fine, it's fine. It's got a roll cage. It's called the Howl. Runs that one. Probably not. Let's get a little bit there. Doesn't your exploration service kind of stuff do anything to help find materials? That's a good question. Oh, excuse me. So I go, turn my mic off to cough, and I'm going to mind my happy day, and I say, excuse me. I'm pretty sure I can get away with it now. Oh. That's curious. Cool. More phosphorus. One of the things I forgot to do is to check my heading before I started off. We've gone past it. Okay, let's stick to 120 from now on. See how we do. Oh, 721, 120. Ouch. Yep. Yep. Oh, and again. Yep. I think this is how you're supposed to drive, really. Right, my Eagle does 280 with the landing gear down now. 280 with the landing gear down. Space brakes. Oh. Machine Gunner is quite the speed freak when it comes to LMPD. Quite right, of course. As fast as you go around, and the more annoying you can be to salty pirates. Now wondering if we were to do the trade goal, and we named our ship the Honey Trap, whether people would steer clear. Psychological warfare. Yeah. Got to employ it. Forwards, 561 gear up. That's absurdly fast. Gee. Level 5 engineered now, but not quite maxed yet. And that's with the dad drives, yeah? Okay, now we've got all the iron we need now. So the only thing we need now is the secure firmware patch.
Shed recalled.
So let's see if we've got a data broker we can get to. It's encoded, isn't it? Let's try there. There we are. That's dad drives. Of course, dad drives. How lightened up is everything else? Yep. And we're stripping down all our other accoutrement. Not really had a proper look at this yet, you know. Hang on.
Cargo scoop retracted.
Very nice indeed. Ooh. Ooh, the legs are peculiar, aren't they? Even eagles have toes. Thank you, Hartley. Right now. There we are. I remember the station. There we go. Oh, it's a bit of a distance. It's a bit of a distance, I'm afraid. It's not too far. You know, it's not hot. It's not hot business. I've not done hunting yet, you know. Yes. Right.
Frame shift drive charging.
I've been trying to think of a, to say a reason to go there, but I mean sort of a, a stream reason to go there. Because One never needs a reason to go to Hatton. But I feel like, I have to make sure there's some other stuff happening in the 90 minutes. I am using a head tracker harmony, yes. See? I really can't play without one, to be honest. Yep, it's a cabled ED tracker, which I have in. I've got it implanted just in my head there. If you can see, if you can see the little sort of bald patch with some stitches there. Good stuff. I've only had, I think, a couple of times lately where I've had to do a full recalibration. But other than that, it's been dipped on.
Frameshift drive charging.
Harmony did, however, opt not to surgically attach it. Well, it just saves me a bit of time, really. Should see where the wire comes out. Ooh. It's enough to put you off your casserole. That little MC. This is the things we did by approaching Nirvana, but I read that as the things we did by approaching Nirvana, which is a completely different proposition. There's all the sound effects are there. Finger bowls. Bad idea. I like that idea. Oh, that's me all over, really. Baranyeki. Let's, because we've got a bit of distance, let's, because we like to do this every so often. Oh, no, wrong, Jack. Hang on. I think it's that one. Oh, there we go. That's probably him. Marek Baraniecki is a Polish science fiction writer and journalist. He graduated in environmental engineering. In 1985, he published a short story collection, Gloa Cassandra. And can't read that bit. Hang on. That's better. I'm just reading this off of Wikipedia, but got to make this journey pass somehow. No correction there. 1985, he published a short story collection, Gloa Cassandra, and for a novel with the same title, he was given the Janus A. Zajdel Award. Baraniecki was born on June 16th. Gliwice, Poland, graduate of Silesian University of Technology. His literary debut was Carl Grove's 6 p.m., short story published in Fantastica magazine. Best known of his works is a novel translated as Cassandra's Head. Oh, excuse me. Set a post-apocalyptic world. In 2004, Cassandra was voted by Lyttle readers one of the top 7 post-apocalyptic novels of all time. Well, I wonder if there's an English translation. Who have I been reading lately? Enjoying. Who is it now? It's terrible, but I can never remember the names. Yes, Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. I think are both gone now, I'm afraid, but they're Russian rather than Polish. But I think the East Europeans might have us licked a little on the certainly on the sort of science fiction I like anyway. Yeah. This was a roadside picnic, which became the film Stalker and the computer game Stalker. Well, I really. Yeah. We might just be able to bring this in, I think. That's if we can get the right bit of data. Do we read science fiction in the chat? I don't read much, I must admit. I find it difficult to do the sort of fluffier soap opera, space opera sort of end of things. I prefer stuff that takes itself too seriously. I used to read a lot of SF. Farewell, Sparky. Thank you for your moderation, and always good to have you with us. However late. Sort of a running thing. It's a running thing. Your moderation, Sparky. You're moderating the chat, you know, keeping Susako Bunny and Harmony X in line. I've been quite lucky, actually. Got lovely people in chat. I don't think we've had any trouble yet, have we? Oh, I think we had an F-bomb, but we ignored that and it went away. It's fine. 33,000. Yes, no, the last novel I read of hers was Grant seems to have migrated to more young adult fantasy fiction recently. I did read, I think the only sort of YA stuff I've read of late has been and it's actually quite a while ago now, come to think of it, was his Dark Materials. So I'd like to read more of that world. Have you got any hot tips for us, MC? One did a sort of in-world prequel recently. I should have to check that out. I thought there was something. I read Lyra's Oxford, which wasn't all that great, to be honest. And it hinted at stuff to come that didn't come as well, I think. Memory serves. Maybe it's en route, who knows? We just sort of entered into that period of books as objects, I think. Lyra's Oxford came with a map, sort of glued-in map of Oxford, and a short story. Harmony's books make a great TV stand. Well, you've got to do something with them when you're not reading them, don't you? Otherwise, they're just taking up space. Yeah, Lyra's Oxford is a great artifact. Yeah, it's a lovely object. The story just left me sort of, feeling a little shortchanged, I must admit. La Belle Sauvage, the Wild Beauty, is the recent one. XMC, I might add that to my Christmas list. Yeah. Because I don't think I'm going to finish reading Gravity's Rainbow anytime soon. Might start reading The Zone again, which is a mad book. One sentence. It doesn't start at the start of the sentence. Below, I found that took a turn for the weird about 2/3 through La Belle Sauvage, or Gravity's Rainbow. Me and my multi-threading. I think I've started Gravity's Rainbow about 3 times. And the second and third time, you think, oh god, how much of this is about bananas again? La Belle Sauvage. I like a bit of weird. I can go a bit of weird. I'm trying to think, there's a Jeff Ryman novel which involves a
Sierra Tango Echo. Please ensure you follow standard docking procedures before landing.
involves a girl and a talking polar bear.
Permission authorized. Cleared for landing on pad 16.
Good evening, MK Vines. How are you? Do help yourself to a Capri Sun. The trestle table. Just having some relaxed engineering fun at the moment. Let's edge this, shall we? See, is that there? Should do it. Wheels out there.
Landing gear deployed.
Okay. Do you like doing that?
Docking successful. Ground crew dispatched. Greetings, Commander.
Thank you, MC. Points for Griffin done. Very bad joke. Not least because no one really gets it. Oh, but that's fine. Security firmware patch. I just need one. Okay. That wasn't such a chore, was it? Don't think I've got any UC, have I? Oh. No. 805 credits, better than no credits. Yes, we're getting our LMPD fleet together, souped up a little. And currently I'm focusing on the thrusters. Oh, I didn't check, by the way. Let's check now. It's our oh dear, hang on. I'll just pop you up there. What are we on? Ooh, 19.92. That's not bad, really. Considering.
Landing restraints lifted. You are go for departure.
Landing gear retracted.
Right, 440 something. 440 and change.
Frame shift drive
Say, not too shabby.
Clear of the station. This is traffic operations. Signing off.
What's the phrase? Recharge. That's the phrase. That's the phrase.
Frame shift drive charging.
I do like these streams where, you know, we set out to do something and then we do it. It's quite satisfying, isn't it? Achieving. I should do it more, really. Pardon me.
Warning. Temperature critical. Fuel scope disengaged.
It'll take the edge off, you know. Black Ninja 272 asks, what you doing? We are engineering at the moment. We're in our joyful little Imperial Eagle there, which is part of the little massive police department fleet. Patrol community goals every Tuesday. In Eagles and Sidewinders, possibly Adders as well in the future. Sparky's got an Adder. So yes, we just currently working on the thrusters, courtesy of Felicity Farsia. How are you, Black Ninja? Now, what we think of as the ninja's uniform. We know this, don't we? Cool. Still need to material farm and upgrade myself. Yes, I think we've not done too badly between the brokers and the ooh. Need a boo-boo. Went all the way back to Maya, picked up the wrong material by accident. Oh, that hurts. It's Commander Mutatos in local. Making perhaps a wider admission to his error than he at first realized. And I'm coming in far too hard for a planetary landing. Another victim of Felicity's cruel requirements, isn't it? Isn't it? Very harsh, this flick. Oh, hello. Thank you. Game hung for a little while there. It is very pretty. You know, I must admit, my heart's always going to be with the more industrial-looking ships, but it's not to say that I don't admire the lovely curves and line detail of the Imperial and tourist fleet. Oh, thank you very much for the follow, Black Ninja. Have a Capri Sun on me. How's that? Welcome you into the little massive. We do have a Twitter and we have a Discord and all sorts. Well, no, it's mainly that really. So do check those out if you can.
Orbital flight engaged.
Gently. Dummy has best chin design cough. Well, you know, it's all horses for courses at the end of the day, but you know, favourite's favourite, innit? Curtains, I feel guilty about my imp ships getting dirty or damaged. That's true, yeah. But then, you know, I think guilt is quite an imperial thing, isn't it? I mean, within the law of the game, I'm not getting political. Right, please, no.
Gutamea Sierra Tango Echo commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
What I mean is that,
Access granted. Proceed to landing pad 01.
it's a very strict hierarchy, isn't it? And it's obsessed with status. So, it seems only right, really, that we get anxious about such things with the Imperial vehicles.
Landing gear deployed.
This is a bit extreme. So let's see what happens. Yeah. Not too bad, not too bad. For recovery.
Touchdown complete. Engaging ship restraints. Your arrival has been noted.
8 out of 10. Oh, I dropped a point there, MC. But fair enough, fair enough. Alright, engineer's workshop. Engines. Not even started on number 3. Oh, well, that's interesting. That drives. Yep. Could have done with some more specialized legacy firmware. Poop. Okay, well, you know. What's done is done, isn't it? And, ooh, I thought we were further along on the third hexagon there. Never mind. What are we doing? 9:47. Should we see. What have we got here? Yeah. Let's have a little experimental play with her newfound get up and go.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Yep, lovely.
Disengaging automated flight.
Ah, spoiled it. Ah, I do love the work that goes into this. MG's 700. I know, right? You like flying in the external camera. Slightly terrifying. Especially if you can't see where you're going. Ooh, it's that time of the night that the pretzel player pops up in front of everything. There we go. Got a reflection on the paint job there. That's pretty nice. Corking. Right, enough of that vanity. We've got a ring to penetrate. That Dekiat 8. See, it rhymes. Perfectly legitimate. Hello, Crusader Knight. This is an Imperial Eagle. We've been engineering its thrusters. Now we're going to bash into some rocks. To test said thrusters. How are you, Crusader? Welcome to the stream. Such a fidgeter. Right. Now these are twinned, ringed gas giants. Should be pretty, I think. Okay. Just noticing a hollow pip on me sensors there. Heading for me 6, but it's they've gone now. We're fine. We're safe. Why not? You had quite the tea, Crusader. We're just full of stream. Oh, I feel like this should be taking less time than it is. Never mind. A lot of saluting going on. Stuffing. Sage and onion. Always go a bit of sage and onion. Doesn't have to be. It's one of the things though, isn't it? It's like, that's the tradition, and then it becomes the cliche, and then everybody's like, oh god, no more sage and onion. God, anything but sage and onion. And then we mess around with all sorts of different stuffings. And we forget how wonderful, you know, sage and onion was. We forget, basically, why that became the standard. It's not to say anything against the other stuffings, of course. Chestnut and cranberry, for instance. Heavens. That'll do, won't it? Never had it. Well, should you ever get the chance? Yeah. Oh, look at that though, eh? This game, I tell you. There you are. Right, 5 minutes on the clock. Oh. We're on the personal computer. Yeah. I've never owned a console.
Great story.
The boy was suggesting that was a great story. Don't know, I've always been a PC boy, really. It's not for any great reason, to be honest. It's just I think because I'd always wanted computers for other things, you see. So it just made sense to build me gameless. No, not even a SNES, not even so much as a Game Boy. Them curtains. played on them, of course. I've played on a SNES, for instance. Oh, what was the other thing? Oh! Not even going to ask questions. Not even going to ask questions. I'm going to put some pips into weapons, though. Some small assistance there from some NPCs. It's all too late. There we go. Marvellous. One of those weird LCD games from the early 80s. Oh, I think I had a hand-me-down LED Space Invaders game with the maximum score of 255.
Scan detected.
Pretty sure that was a thing. Okay, well done. This is rather fun. And not a little dangerous. And that's the name of the name of the stream, isn't it? So there's that. Had an LED Pac-Man of that ilk. Caused 10-year-old me genuine rage. Yeah. Yeah. I can get to diving. Well, I think this is a positive test. And the time coming up to 9:59. I think it's time we drew this little pantomime to a close. So...
Scan detected.
Now then, where are we? We want to go up one? There we are. So I need to quickly dash in to the Twitchiverse and find myself a raidable. Who have we got? Oh well, it's been a little while, so let's give the Honey Thief a raid. Friend of the stream. Oh, I like typing. Might as well do that as well. Okie doke. So, remains only for me to thank everybody for joining me tonight on this little adventure into engineering. We got stuff done. Well done, us. Thank you very much as well for Mac for the bits, Susaku Bunny for the subscription, my boyfriend for the coffee. Thank you. He's very coffee, isn't he? Ha! And Black Ninja 272 for the follow. I'd also like to thank Orange Spark and M Curtains for their moderation, and Steve Kirby for making me the man I am today. Yes. So, till we meet again. Hang on. So, till we meet again, fly safe. I shall see you in the black.